Welcome to my world. A beautiful bluebird sky day, stop 27 of 43, brings me to Catamount. One of the interesting features about this place is what I'm about to do. I'm about to ski in 2 different states on one run. On my left side, going down the hill, is New York. On the right side is Massachusetts. Interesting thing about this. New York, Massachusetts. New York, Massachusetts. How many people can say that they've skied 2 states in one day? Another highlight to my trip here. Looking forward to the rest of this hill and getting some shred going. Well, after skiing between New York and Massachusetts, right now I'm on the New York side, but as you can see behind me, what a gorgeous view this place has. Little over 1,000 feet of vertical and some real good steep stuff here too to challenge any skier. But they're also laid out real nicely with some real easy trails for those of you that are beginners. Me, I'm kind of digging the steep stuff. Michael, my first day at Catamount, I catch up with you on the hill, and I got to tell you right out, I am loving this place.
Yeah, well, they do a great job of grooming what they have, and they make enough snow so we can keep skiing.
Yeah, actually the grooming here I find to be outstanding and a real nice job, and actually the snow is in really great condition for the weather we've been having as well.
No question.
So what do you think draws people to Catamount?
What we just said.
Yeah, you don't have to say much more than that, do you?
No, indeed not.
What's some of your favorite runs here?
This one, the one next to it, and the one next to that.
Now, are those all in New York State?
All in New York State.
Now, do you ever get to go and ski Massachusetts?
No.
Oh, you stay right on the New York side?
Stay right on New York side because nobody else likes it.
Ah, I see.
No matter how crowded the parking lot is, these 3-4 slopes are always empty.
Ah, nice. Yeah, and that's a nice view of what we got coming up. Got some good long runs here as well.
Yes, you got one good wraparound on both sides. New York side and the Massachusetts side.
For someone that's never been here, give me one top reason to come.
Where are you coming from?
You know what? I'd come from just about anywhere to ski here. I love the conditions here. I love the hill. I love the vertical drop on it. I haven't found anything I dislike about it yet.
Great people. Very nice, friendly people. Everybody wants to be helpful and give you a hand. It's kind of nice.
And another cool feature about this place is there's a hotel that's pretty much slopeside called the Swiss Hut, where I stayed last night, and I would definitely recommend that place if you're planning a visit here. Real close to the place, walking distance away, and excellent accommodations. So if you're coming here, check out the Swiss Hut. Chuck, this place is outstanding.
Isn't it awesome, Cuevas?
It is. I'm going to tell you what, the grooming here is great, the snow is great, the views are great. Tell me a little bit more about this place because I'm a first-timer here.
Well, Catamount's been here for over approximately 75 years. It started before World War II by a guy named Jack Fisher, and he ran it right out of the seat of his pants and developed the whole place. And as you can see, it's kind of a nice little rustic gem in the Berkshires here, and you're standing on the only white spot in town.
Yeah, we all know snow's been a plague, but it doesn't seem to be a plague for you guys. You guys have a ton of snow here and a ton of trails open, and everything is skiing real well from my experience so far today.
Well, I'm glad you're having a good time here, Cuevas. Welcome, and thanks for coming to Catamount. If it weren't for machine-made snow, like you said, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I don't think you can be in the business of having a ski resort anymore in New York State without having some snowmaking.
Exactly.
Now, let me ask you this, because you have an interesting situation where you border New York and Massachusetts, where do most of the skiers ride?
Both places.
Both places?
Both places. It depends on their ability. On this side of the mountain, the New York side of the mountain, there's some more difficult terrain, and they ride a lot over here if they're expert to high intermediates. And if they're lower intermediate to beginners, they ride on the other side of the mountain.
And because you're so close to each, you find any kind of rivalry here between these guys?
New York Giants and the Pats right now, baby. Super Bowl coming up Sunday.
Yeah, I understand you're going to have a tug of war because you border both lines. You're going to have a little tug of war down there as well.
Well, that's good for. I didn't hear about that, but I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah,
because there's gonna, go Pats, go Giants. I'm a Giants fan, so good luck, Pats.
Yeah, good luck to the Pats. Yeah. Well, here we go, right?
Right.
Yeah, you got some great stuff here. I'm definitely digging it. Good stuff, man.
Well, thanks. We're flattered.
Roger. That is one incredible outfit you got going on there. Tell me about that.
Well, I used to walk a little dog in the park, but you have to clean up behind it. And you just wear this fur suit, and it's a chick magnet.
Yeah. Bells and all, right?
Yeah, and later hosen, I brought them back from a trip to Austria, and the front half of the jacket was an Austrian sheep, and the back half was one from Vermont.
Ah.
And a piece of mink was stole out of Goodwill stores, and I put the coon face on there off a roadkill, and turkey feathers and pheasant and rooster from the chicken coop. You got to pull a few feathers out to keep them in line occasionally.
You're a walking barnyard.
Yeah.
I like the goggles too there with the eyeballs in them.
Well, I'm always gawking. These are my gawking goggles.
Attaboy. Hey, what's your favorite thing about Catamount here?
Catapult is you got to go up to Killington to find anything steeper.
They do got some good steeps here,
Yeah,
no doubt about
Catapult is awesome. These run over here, Alley Cat. They run all the race courses down it. It's an excellent GS. You can get monster speed, and it doesn't pooter out at the end. It goes right to the end to the lift, fast the whole way.
Yeah, definitely fast the whole way, because I just chased you all the way down the hill hoping to catch you, and I had to wait till I got back to the top because you were a mile ahead of me by the time I got flying.
I put the GS skis on today.
Nice. Now, do you swap skis around and use different skis? Or?
Oh, yeah. When it's really sloppy, I get on the Fat Boys because they're best in the powder and all that sloppy stuff, and you don't have to be too accurate on them. You can be a little tired. But these GS skis, you got to ski them just right.
Stop.
That's good stuff, ain't it, buddy?
Yeah. You could just turn, you can really turn on that stuff.
Yeah, you can. And I'll tell you, they do a great job grooming out here, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And it just was got into it, warm enough, so the groomer got right in. If it rains the day after, it might be tough to get it right. But it's just enough time. Sunny sky, warmed up, softened up. Beautiful skiing today.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff is amazing.
That was a border cross area. And let me tell you something else. Those high bank turns, that's some really cool stuff there. Well, right now I'm on lift number 5, which is actually in Massachusetts. So, within a matter of minutes, I can ski from New York to Massachusetts. It only takes a second to cross the line, though. I can tell you this for sure. This is one killer place, one that I will definitely be back to. The variety of terrain here is absolutely outstanding. They got some good steep stuff, got excellent learning centers with some smaller stuff in case you're not an accomplished skier, but this is definitely a place that I'm coming back to. This place rocks. Sam.
Yeah.
You got an excellent place to ride here. I'm loving this hill.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about it?
It's nice. Train park's cool.
Yeah, you like that terrain park, do you?
Yeah, I like the suicide.
Yeah, that's all good stuff, ain't it?
Yeah.
What's your favorite trick?
Probably 180.
And what's a trick that you're working on that you would like to accomplish?
360 nose grab.
360 nose grab. You've been watching X Games, I take it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. What brought you to snowboarding instead of skiing, particularly?
I used to ski, but I guess for my 7th birthday, I just decided I'll buy a snowboard.
It was time to change over, huh?
Yeah.
And I take it you're liking the snowboard a little more?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's more fun.
Cool stuff, huh?
Yep.
Malik, how long you been a snowboarder?
A couple weeks.
A couple weeks only, huh?
Yeah.
How you making out so far? Is your butt sore?
No, not really.
No, you're doing good then.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you like about the snowboarding in particular?
Well, it's more extreme, and I mean, it's a lot easier to get the tricks down in the terrain park.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite features in the terrain park? Are they the boxes, the rails, or?
Well, the boxes and the jumps, because it's fun to get air, and when you're in that situation, it's like, I don't know what to do. It's like,
gotta think quick, don't
yeah.
ya? What makes you decide what you're gonna ride, whether it's a box, a rail, or a jump?
It depends on the conditions of the snow and how fast I'm going at the point of time where I'm approaching the jump or the box.
Patrick, you guys got a sick looking park out there. I'm loving it.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Tell me a little bit about your park.
Well, we have a 50-foot booter right now. There's a little bench down box at the top. We got about an 8-foot barrel gap, a little 10-foot kicker on the left of the big jump. As you can see, we have one roller coaster here, a rainbow behind it, a flat down, a down rail. You know, we work with what we got.
Yeah, everybody's getting a little beat up on that. I see they're working on a hill right now. They said they're going to probably open it up in a little bit. I want to get in there and look at it. What do you think draws all these riders to the park? And what maybe influences what features you put in that park?
I think the feature aspect of the park really depends on who's working in it. Like here at Catamount, we're lucky enough that our boss gives us freedom to really do what we want. You know, she has the final say, obviously,
right?
But we get to be as creative as we can with what we have. I think a lot of people are drawn to the park. I can only speak for snowboarders. Is that's what you see on TV for the most part.
Right.
You know, you see a lot of these guys who do amazing aerials and acrobats on their snowboard, and you know the younger kids, they look up to that because that's all they really see.
Well, you know that it's got to be something because it's a little bit more challenging for them too as well. You know, cool stuff. You know, I'll tell you, I'm not so much of a park rider, but the more of these that I see, the more I want to give them a try.
Yeah, I mean, at Catamount we have two different parks. We have the smaller Jib Park, which has some smaller features for beginners.
Great place to learn.
Yeah, great place to learn. The only advice I could give to someone who would want to get in to doing the freestyle aspect is like trust your instinct and start small. Like you can always go bigger, you can't go smaller.
Yeah, right. That's a good call right there, buddy.
And for me learning, you got a feeling when you're ready to really up your game. Like you'll feel it inside you. So it's like take it easy and you know, don't be afraid to ask someone.
Start slow, right?
Yeah, start slow. Yeah, I think for me freestyle it's an adrenaline rush, you know. It's challenging, like especially here on the East Coast, like there's only so much mountain riding you can do. So if you want to explore the park, you should do so.
Well, you guys have definitely made the most of your park. That's a killer setup you got going up there.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Well, by now, most of you know I'm not exactly a park rider, but you know what? The more I see these places, the more I want to ride them. There's no doubt in my mind about that. And when it comes to a park, and a nice one at that, Catamount is no slouch. So I'm going to take you down and show you the features they do have. That's one swinging park. Get out here and try it. Well, right now I'm with Rich, the marketing director here at Catamount. And Rich, I got to give you props, man. This place is one smoking place to ski. I'm loving it here.
Jack, thanks for coming. I'm glad you had the opportunity to come out here to Catamount from Western New York.
And actually, I want to thank you for coming out to ski with me today. That doesn't happen very often, that someone from the front office is willing to come out and ski. But I think that actually just shows how much you care about the people on the hill, and it really says something about your place. Give me some more information about Catamount that I don't know.
Well, in case you didn't know, the Catamount lies on the New York-Massachusetts border. And the line goes right through the middle of the mountain. And right now we're standing in New York, and throughout each day you go back and forth from New York to Mass. And Catamount is a 1,000-foot vertical mountain. We have 33 trails and terrain park areas and 6 lifts. And we service a lot of skiers from the Hudson Valley and metropolitan New York area.
And one of the things I noticed right off when I started skiing this morning was we've got some really nice, long, wide trails, plenty of room for plenty of skiers.
That's true. We have a great variety of terrain here at Catamount. It could be long and trails that ski like classic New England trails, and we have wide trails, and we have a good variety of pitches for expert skiers as well as novice and intermediate and beginner skiers.
The other thing that I noticed right off the bat is you've got a ton of these snowmaking guns here, and really you have produced a tremendous amount of snow on this mountain.
Well, our snowmaking team does a great job. We have 400 tower-mounted electric snow guns here at Catamount, over 33 trails, and we make as much snow as we possibly can. And with a northern exposure, the snow lasts longer here at Catamount.
Now you're open for daytime skiing during the week, and then you have some nighttime hours as well?
That's right, Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, and night skiing Wednesday through Saturday from 3 until 9 Wednesday and Thursday, and 3 until 10 on Friday and Saturday.
Now you also have, obviously, you have the rentals, you have the ski school, you have a nice lounge in there. I had some breakfast here this morning. That was good stuff too.
Well, thanks for saying that. The food is good here at Catamount, and we have a tavern menu in our bar, which is very good, and occasionally we'll have a nice barbecue out on the deck.
Now, even though you got some good steep stuff here, you also got a couple of really nice learning centers I've seen with the magic carpet set up for maybe some first-time skiers who aren't quite ready for that 1,000-foot vertical yet.
That's true. We have 2 Wonder Carpet slopes. One is exclusively for our Mountain Cats children's program. For the first-time skiers in that program, we have a 150-foot moving carpet. And for beginners and those who are recent beginners, we have a 300-foot moving carpet. And we have a novice area called the Meadows Novice Area, and we have a complex of 7 green circle easier trails for beginners and novices that ski in that area.
Now, I was out there today, and I was on the Massachusetts side, but you have a border cross section set up there, which is something that I really haven't come across yet, and I got into a couple of them high banks, and I was liking it.
It's a lot of fun. Kids like it, adults like it, moms and dads. And we actually have 2 events scheduled. The Catskill Mountain Series brings their border ski across events across the Hudson River to Catamount because we have that trail here.
Yeah, definitely a nice addition to that. And in just a little bit, I'm going to get to go in and check out the terrain park, too. What's your personal favorite thing about this place?
I like the family atmosphere here at Catamount. It's an easy pace at Catamount, and we have lots of space, and it's a fun place to be.
Well, I'll give you that. It's definitely a fun place to be, and definitely on my must-return list. I'm loving the vertical. I'm loving the layout of the place. I mean, I think you really encompass what a true ski resort means here.
Well, thanks for saying that, Jack, and thanks for coming out from Western New York to all the way to Eastern New York.
Yeah, believe me, it was my pleasure. What do you say we take a little run now?
Good, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, right now I'm on Ridge Run, which takes us from one side to the other, so I'm going to let you see what this looks like. That's a fun trail right there.
It certainly is. It's about 3,500 feet. Nice blue cruiser. It's a lot of fun.
Well, here we are at the end of day 27 of 43, and I can tell you this. I really don't want to leave this place. Catamount, what an excellent place to come out and do some skiing. Wide variety of trails, a little bit of something for everybody. Great terrain park. Very, very cool people out here. And definitely, this place should be on your trip to visit, whether you're a serious skier or an intermediate skier that's looking to get serious. Don't forget they have everything here. Lessons, rentals, food shop, full service place. Definitely a cool place, and on my top 10 so far this year. I wish I had a little longer here.